Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now. Hello, welcome to my backyard. If you're not watching the video, I am sitting outside for one of the first times here in my home in Bromont, Quebec. And I'm so excited to record the Be Happy Now show here with you today, just like a cozy way to join you where you're at, join you as you are either cooking dinner or you are having your lunch or you are taking your coffee or driving to your next appointment. I'm so glad that you're here. What I wanted to share with you is how it felt to be so aligned with my purpose and how I keep making the decision consistently to do that for myself and to be in alignment. In case it was inspiring for you, I often will come in to the Be Happy Now show and share, tips and tricks and meditations and how-tos. And the other day, one of my clients said, "Hey, I was really relieved when you shared one of these personal posts on your Facebook page because I realized that, you go through these things too, and you're human too." And I thought, oh, do I not share a lot of being human myself? And she said, yeah, you do. It's just that one really struck her as, okay, good. She's human too. She goes through the ups and downs. And so I wanted to take this opportunity in the Be Happy Now show today in this episode to just be me alongside you, because I am also human. And that one post that had my client say this was that I was sharing with her that the other day I had a little freak out moment. Freak out as in I could just feel my head going to all these different places. I could just feel the overwhelm and the mind easily wanting to slip into the negative what ifs and the storytelling and the making something true that isn't true, for example. So I noticed that. And actually, I don't do that often, like for long periods of time. I do notice that it happens 2 days before or the day before the first day of my menstrual cycle. And so, I invite you to notice as well, is there any habit that comes back for you at different times in your cycle? Because that can totally happen. And if you don't have a menstrual cycle, notice maybe with the moon, if your way of thinking, if your way of being, your decision making, if it changes throughout that cycle, it could be interesting to notice. So in that freak out moment, I was with Pierre Michel, my boyfriend, and it was like I was riling myself up. Like it's almost like I was ready to fight. I went into the metaphorical boxing ring and like I wanted to fight. Like I really wanted to fight with myself, with my own thoughts, with whatever was happening. Because I don't want to get into the story itself. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. The story itself doesn't matter. If and when the freaking out takes over, then it lets the story matter. And that just has me stay in the human small self instead of tapped into my soul self. So I was saying things like, but this is happening and that is happening and the other thing and why is this? And then he said, okay, well, it's okay. It's going to be okay. No, but actually, no, he didn't say that the first time. I think he was trying to read me if I wanted him to jump into that metaphorical boxing ring with me, or if I think he was trying to read like what I really wanted. And so he jumped into the conversation and then he stopped himself and he said, "Hey, wait, but entertaining that negativity, isn't that what you tell your clients not to do?" I said, yes, it's true. He said, okay, then let's not talk about it. And I said, okay, but then this thing and that thing, and why did this other thing? And he said, hey, aren't we not talking about it? I said, okay. And then I communicated my need and I said, can you just please tell me that everything's going to be okay? I just needed that reassurance. I'm a human and sometimes I need that reassurance. And for that moment, he said, everything's going to be okay. And I asked for a hug and I felt instantly better. Like my human self was heard. And then I was able to tap into the soul self. Then I was able to align with that loving essence of who I am. But before I was stuck in the story, so I couldn't have a conversation with love. I was only seeing problems. So having someone who can see that and help you see that is really powerful. And as a coach, that's what I do with my clients. And I go through it too. I really do. I go through it too. And specifically, what I wanted to share with you today is how, after being at SheCan, an all women empowerment conference that happened near Chicago in April 2023, I went up on stage and spoke about getting out of the head and into the heart. And I shared my story I shared my grandma's story and how there is another episode of the Be Happy Now show on her, and how she's inspiring me to help my clients tap into their purpose so that they don't die with regrets of never knowing what that is and what they're here for. Because one thing I know for sure is that if you're here, you want to make an impact in the world. You are here to create that connection with the purpose that you're here for. And so in order to impact others, you get to be connected to what that purpose is for you. And yes, I teach that in my Tune In method, within my Tune In program, and within my coaching growth group Align. And I do it for myself too. I keep tapping into my purpose. I keep realigning and going to SheCan and speaking in person and being gathered in community with amazing other soul connectors who are all there to be real with themselves and tune into who they really are. It was so powerful. And I felt like it was it. That was what I am here for and continue to be here for. I felt so inspired. I felt like the world around me had stopped and everything that was happening at SheCan was the real deal. Now, I'm not here to judge the way I handled shutting out the rest of the world. Rather, I'm here to embrace that, hey, I was actually in such alignment and I'm so glad that I manifested that for myself. Because here's the thing. I could have totally not gone. I could have not gone to be a speaker. I could have listened to the fear voice. Because back when Sarah Bondar, who is from SheCan Coaching and Events, who invited me to be a speaker, that was in November 2022. And I remember my head saying, oh, but I'm probably going to be in New Zealand by then. So, my head would have made it easy for me to not say yes. And yet I was committed to my love of speaking, that I said yes to it, trusting that I would make it work, trusting that even if I was to be in New Zealand, I would find my way there. And turns out that life arranged itself for me to still be in North America. So it added to the ease and contributed to me stepping into my truth as a speaker. I'm so grateful that I didn't listen to the fear voice. It was there and I heard it. And I decided not to listen to it and go for it. And even if it came back, like after November, after I said yes, it came back. It wasn't about not disappointing others. Like it was part of it. I didn't want to finally say no and then disappoint my friend. Yet, what kept me going is it's already here on this divine, non-linear timeline. Me speaking at SheCan is already here. It's already something that's happening. So because I was acting as if it's already happening, well, guess what? It happened. I manifested it. I made it work. And I'm so grateful for it. One of the ingredients for me, I think, was to just not doubt myself, not doubt, then therefore believe in that dream of mine to speak, to be on a stage, to empower other women, to keep shining my light, to being my real self. That is what I'm connected to. That is what I am committed to, sharing my voice in that way. Believing in that, knowing that that gets to be true, that that is entitled for me as well, that I get to be in my joy and not deriving from that and not doubting that that is something that I get to experience in my life. Well, that had me manifest it. I get if you're like, well, I don't fully believe in myself yet to manifest everything that I want, because you might think, that maybe you don't hold yourself fully worthy yet to reach your dreams and to make things happen because maybe you're afraid it won't work out. Well, to you, I say, I get it. And you get to choose again. If yesterday you chose the fear, okay. Today, do you want to choose the self-belief? Do you want to choose like a little inch of self-belief? Because you get to make that decision. And it works. It helps to choose that. And then if you fall out and you choose the fear again, just choose the self-belief again. You owe it to yourself. I think it's lesson 103 of A Course in Miracle that says, God being love is happiness. God being love is happiness. Happiness and love are not separate. Wherever happiness happens, joy or love and joy, love happens. Wherever joy, love happens, happiness happens. Because they're not separate, they're together. And A Course in Miracles says that accessing love, happiness, and joy, it's not time bound. You don't have to wait to experience it and to be in that energy. You can have it now because you are also love. That is what you get to receive. And that is what you get to tap into and keep flexing as a soul connection muscle, that ability to be in love. And what is that which you deserve? The happiness and the joy in the now. So if fear and worry and doubt are there, okay, great. They get to be there. You're human too. And you get to choose not to dwell in it. You get to choose to access the love and the happiness that is right here in this timing accessible. And for that, my friend Carrie Sewell, who's also a teacher on the free meditation app Insight Timer, like me, she just wrote a book. It's called Heal Using Your Intuition and Energy. And in her book, she talks about bringing feelings like that and embodying them. And we had this discussion about feelingization before, and that's pretty much what it is. So let's just practice this together for fun. Imagine in front of your awareness the word joy. Notice that you can see the word. It's in front of you. You can close your eyes for this if you want. And imagine that you can't help but feel what you see in front of your awareness. So if there was like a knob that you could turn to feel joy a little bit more in this instant in your body, can you try a little bit more? What about the word light, like feeling lighter? The word light. Can you feel that in your body right now? Light. What about peace? If you imagine the word peace in front of your awareness, and if you knew that you can't help but feel that peace, can you turn up the volume of the peace inside your body now? Now let's get back to joy, maybe happiness. What about love? Yeah, yes, yes, yes. You can open your eyes. Thanks for playing. It's already here accessible for you. So share with me, come on to Facebook, friend me on Facebook or on Instagram at Coach Claudia-Sam on Instagram. You can, share with me, even in the comments of this video. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find me youtube.com/Coach Claudia-Sam. And I think that's what it is. So find me on YouTube. And then you can comment on the video. You can also leave a review and a comment here of how you like the Be Happy Now show if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. And otherwise, just send me a messenger message with the answer to this question. What is in the way of you manifesting what you want? What do you want? What do you want? And what gets in the way of you getting that? What's in the way? Because that's something you can get coached on. I'm so excited for you. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you soon. And have a blessed, beautiful, aligned rest of your day. You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at claudiasamcoaching.com.